Hello, everybody. I'm
Hello,
Mr.LimeSmiles. This is Julian. That boy.
Julian the
Yes.
boy.
We're just. I'm a big. I don't know if you guys all know. Well, probably not. Anyone that's new. I'm a big movie fan. I like movies, and I wanted to do a review on the new Zack Snyder cut. Right?
Yeah, Justice League Snyder cut.
Yeah. And I thought it'd be interesting because, like, I'm a person that did not watch the older cut of this. What was the original cut?
Just Justice League. I think it was Brian Johnson.
Brian. Yeah. Okay.
Or was
Well,
it Ryan Johnson?
I never watched the original cut in theaters or
Ryan
anything.
Gosling?
I don't know, whoever that man is. And I didn't see the original cut in theaters, but he did. So he
Yeah.
saw the original cut in theaters, and he actually saw the original. And what was your opinion on the first one originally
Okay,
when you
so
first saw it?
when I first saw it, I thought, that's alright. It didn't blow my mind. A lot of it felt like, what's happening? I don't understand. What's happening? Why did this thing happen? But the action was overall okay. There were some funny moments. And it
Yeah,
was an okay movie. I'd say I'd give it like maybe
you don't have to rate it. It's fine.
well, either way, it was like okay, not
Yeah,
really like the best movie, but
yeah. And then me, I have not watched anything other than like clips and like scenes from it from the original. I never saw it in theaters, so I had no strong opinions on it. But he told me he didn't like it that much. I didn't really like the clips that much, so I didn't bother seeing it. As a guy that has not seen the original and watched the Snyder Cut, I actually like it. I liked it a lot actually. Even though it was 4 hours, it didn't really feel like 4 hours watching it. It did drag on a few bits, and the Lois Lane and Clark Kent or Man of Steel stuff was still kind of cringy. I don't believe their romance. They added some, from what he told me, they added some scenes, and I feel like those scenes specifically. Oh wait, no spoilers. Right. So
some seems added some more elements than like the original film did, because like the original film like had stuff in it, but it was not really like you didn't really feel it. Like I don't know
what was your opinion on the relationship?
on the relationship. Um,
Quick, what was your opinion on the on Lois Lane and Superman?
hardly believed it, but I'm like it's
So bad.
yeah.
Okay,
No,
same. I mean, even on the new cut, I didn't really like it. And then you said on the old cut you didn't like it. Well, how do you feel now?
I feel like they made it slightly better with showing like with showing some
No,
extra
no
scenes.
spoilers.
I know that's
Just
what I'm saying. Like
you
showing
liked
some
it.
extra scenes that weren't in the original
Yeah,
that help enhance it, and like it made it feel a little better, but not enough to really sell me on it.
yeah. And I'm assuming you guys know the plot from the trailers because the trailers kind of give away the Superman comes back thing. So yeah, but yeah, any of that you can see in the trailers. And overall though, I thought the action was really good in this version. I liked it. Excessive use of slow mo.
Yeah, really a lot of slow mo, just like
Yeah, and then 4 hours of slow mo. It starts to become a little like, okay, guys, you don't have to slow mo
it's
everything.
like I get it. You got the flash. You have to use slow mo.
But they don't. Never mind, no spoilers. But they overused. I think the slow mo on a lot of the action scenes. Okay, not a lot, but the amount of times they used it was excessive. Tonally, do you prefer this version or the other version?
Well, this one is more like the other Zack Snyder.
But tonally, which one did you like more?
Um, I would say this one
Why?
because like it makes sense to what they're trying to convey. Because when they tried to do an upbeat and cheery, like somewhat Avengers ish, for the original Justice League cut, it felt off. It didn't feel right with like how the characters were previously established. It- and
They introduced new characters in this one.
no, I'm just saying like Batman or Wonder Woman or like all the other characters that were usually like mopey or anything. They just like suddenly make quips and like it just didn't feel like I was watching a continuation of like Justice League, not Justice League, Dawn of Justice, Batman vs Superman.
Less quips in this one. Uh, no spoilers, but
More epic dialogue.
yeah, it was pretty grandiose at times. A lot of monologues and epic speeches about why things are epic, but to a fault almost. But I don't know. It was sort of overshadowed by the art direction, I think, and then also um the action scenes in general. They kind of brought it all home, and I felt like all the characters in it, except for maybe oh well, surprise character,
Well,
were
one
really well developed.
yeah, one character wasn't really well developed, while the other characters were just like
Hold on. So, like the main characters in the original movie, the original cut,
the original cut. Yeah.
yeah, that at least I was aware of. I don't know if there was a special character in the original cut, which I'm assuming wasn't, right?
No.
Okay, yeah. So there's a special character that we won't say until the spoiler half. That just like appears out of nowhere, and we're like, "What? Huh? What? Like what?" I was so just okay.
I
like
was.
I'm happy, but at the same time, I feel like this person just came out of nowhere.
I was freaking out because it just made no damn sense.
Oh, yeah, no, I won't go into it, but yeah, I feel like, but the main characters that you see in the trailer do get fleshed out. Specifically, Wonder Woman, I think gets a lot more, or gets a lot of work on her character here compared to the other one. Would you say it's better or worse her development?
Well, because like with the other one, you didn't really get a lot of development. You just got mostly quips. Not really a lot of development for any of the characters, including the characters that they're introducing in the movie. So you just felt like, oh, this guy's
Well, I
Aquaman.
feel like the
So
characters that they really need to nail for this movie based off the story that we saw this time, that I saw, the character motivations that they really need to get down were Aquaman, and Barry Allen, which, and then also Cyborg. Like those are the three that were new. Those are the three that they really need to establish in this one. And I mean, I did see the Aquaman movie, so maybe Aquaman's story, because that kind of influences how I understand Aquaman's story. So I get Aquaman's story because I watched that movie. But I think in this movie they fleshed him out at least good enough. But specifically in though Cyborgs, I think they did a lot of work on his. They said you said they added a lot, right?
oh yeah, they definitely added a lot.
Yeah. I don't know. I only saw this version,
I'm
so
just saying, because as a person who actually saw the original, like you see the original into this one, I'm like, hey, I actually understand what his motivation is.
I know what's going on in his head. Oh my
I know
god.
what's happening. I know why this happened.
Yeah. And then Barry or the Flash also, his character motivations were pretty not straightforward, but they were definitely explained. Although I feel like a couple things were a bit forced. Like, well, I don't want to go into it right now, but yeah, his character was a little bit forced at times, but he's just I think the actor's charisma that they brought to the scene really brought it
Oh yeah,
forward.
definitely. Like,
While Cyborg, I felt was a bit too
uh,
static.
yeah.
Yeah, he's still not the Cyborg from Teen Titans. I'll say that in
Well,
this
yeah,
one.
cause like I've never seen. Well, not never seen. I'm just saying, like, cause yeah, the cyborg in this one is like they couldn't fix like him being hey
The dialogue is what the
static.
dialogue is, I guess. They
Yeah,
can't
I
change the
know.
tone at this point. But at least, never mind, no spoilers. But yeah, so I think the pluses for me in this one, other than the length of it, which is very long, I didn't feel the length so much though. And I feel like they nailed most of the characters. They give them a good enough development that I cared about them, and I cared about them dying. And I think they handled a lot of the superhero y action scenes well, for the most part, and other parts were laughably bad. I
Yeah,
mean, but it was more of just a CGI problem than I think a storyboarding problem.
and
I will
definitely.
say this though, Stephen Wolf, which is the main bad guy, if you guys don't, well, you should know, he's in the trailers. But Stephen Wolf was handled very well. I like him a lot. He was actually threatening. He wasn't Thanos threatening though. He wasn't Thanos.
Yeah, and if you compare both
He was a
visual,
lot more
yeah,
Thanos.
yeah, if you compare visually and like
Sorry, a
character,
lot more weak, like character wise.
yeah, and if you compare his character from like the original cut to the new cut, there was a lot more intimidation with him in the new cut, and in the old cut,
And the art direction was better,
oh
right?
yeah,
I think you said.
definitely, definitely better. Because in this one, in the new one, he looks like a demon, like an actual threat, and his armor moves, and it's all like alien and everything.
Yeah.
In the old one, he just looks like a dude in a suit.
So I guess let's give it a rating of like 1 to 10.
Like out of 10,
Uh,
or you want to let it grade?
no, I'd do 1 to 10.
All right.
So this will be more of a percentage type of thing. But like on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you put this movie personally?
Um,
Like me, well, I guess I'll go first because I'm the one that hasn't seen the older one. Um, like as just well, okay, I guess
felt like we were binging a show. To be
yeah,
perfectly honest.
but like if I had to compare it to other movies and everything, um, I'd probably give it a solid, probably like 7 out of 10. I'd probably give it like about there.
Mm.
And then for like superhero movies themselves, probably the same rating, 7 out of 10. But maybe like a little higher 7. So yeah, but as like a movie in general, or I guess a series, I'd probably give it a 7 because it had good development of its characters. I actually cared in the final fight. The art direction was strong at points. Like other points were just garbage, but I think that's partially because of the length of the thing and just time crunch. But man, it wasn't so bothering that I wasn't invested in the story anymore. I still was invested, although it was laughably bad for like a not triple A game, but like for a high end production,
Yeah.
laughably bad. I don't know what happened there, but that made me want to cry. Oh,
Uh,
what would your rating be then?
well,
First, rate the old one.
oh, the old one, I'd say it was okay. So,
No, a number.
like,
Give me a
I'm
number.
getting to the number. I'm getting to the number. I'd say like maybe a 6.
A 6, really?
Well, 6 is like a D. So,
But a 6.
the original was like okay. It's not something I would watch again, to be perfectly honest. I'm not giving it like an F or anything. It's not the worst movie of all time.
An at worst movie all time would be a 1.
Oh. Well,
That's the metric.
well,
10 is the best.
well, either
1
way,
is the worst.
well, either way, it's like okay. I'm not
But 6? You give it a 6?
like maybe a 5.5 to be perfectly honest.
I think you're being too generous, but okay.
I'm always too
What
generous.
about the new version?
New version? Oh, I mean I liked it, but boy, I felt the runtime. To be perfectly honest,
Oh, you
like,
did?
with watching long movies, like I always feel it sometimes.
Well, I guess because you know what happened, so you're kind of comparing what happened before,
Well,
right?
yeah, well, most of it's like, oh, they cool. They added this thing. They added that. They added that. Wait, was this? Was this mean?
Mhm.
Uh, uh. But yeah.
Yeah.
And like a lot of
Would
things.
you recommend people watch it though?
I mean,
The new version, I mean.
if you've got 4 hours.
Oh wait,
to
where
spare,
did you rate the new one?
the new one? I was about to say.
Okay, what's your rating?
I'd say it goes up like maybe 2 more, so maybe a 6.8, or
What?
I don't know.
What is your rating?
I'm trying to think about it on the fly, so I would say like maybe close to 7, but not really close to 7. But like maybe 6, maybe 6.9.
So a high 6.
Like a high 6, yeah.
But you'd rate the other one a low 6?
More like a yeah, because
So
it's better, and I like it, but it raises too many more questions that just like what?
well, for the uninitiated into the DC universe, yeah, it's kind of a jarring Like
Yeah, because
if you have not seen anything else DC other
you
than this,
you would be confused.
you're just lost on certain scenes. You're like, what is happening?
What is happening?
What is happening?
Yeah,
You have no clue.
yeah,
I mean, me
because
being a guy that knows DC and has watched a lot of DC stuff, I know. But I'm like, well, you didn't set this up at all. I mean, you kind of set it up, but you didn't really set this up at all.
the,
So,
the thing is that like unlike with other superhero movies, like they have time to like put it in this time, like to explain stuff to you.
what do you mean?
Like with like the Avengers, they made like 18 different movies before they made the Avengers.
Oh, yeah. No, this was definitely rushed.
Well, this is definitely rushed because they tried
Yeah.
to cram in a whole bunch of stuff. I'm just like, this is a lot, especially for people who aren't
The uninitiated.
Yeah, the uninitiated.
Yeah.
Because apparently you got to join a cult to watch this movie.
No, you just gotta watch the other DC stuff. But yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
I thought the movie was still good compared to other Justice League stuff. But yeah. So that's our spoiler free review. Now we're gonna get real quick, big flash on the screen. Spoiler review.
Warning.
Yeah, spoiler warning. If you don't want any huge spoilers for the thing, leave now.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk about this for like maybe 30 minutes.
Yeah. Well, no, not that long. I still gotta edit it, but yeah.
But yeah.
So now that the spoiler warning's out of the way, Martian Manhunter is
why
in this.
the fuck was he there?
I don't know why.
Was Martian Manhunter there?
I don't
literally
know.
just pops up to disguise as Martha. They even have it in the trailer.
Wait, hold on. Set it up.
Okay. So like in the trailer, I'm going through it. It's like the final trailer for the Snyder Cut or whatever. And I see this one random scene, because I've been doing that lately with like movies.
Mm-hmm.
Seeing like they always add this one weird scene that is like really important to the story sometimes.
I wouldn't say Martian Manhunter was important.
Well, because
it
brings up too many implications if you just look at the image. But when you watch the movie, just like, oh, that's it?
Oh, so you saw Mama Kent with the eyes.
I saw Martha Kent or
have
Mama
red
Kent
eyes, right?
have red eyes, and I'm just like, what the hell are they doing?
I saw that image too before going in, and I just assumed it was some type of dream sequence or something.
Yeah.
But then it happened, and we were like, huh?
Martian Manhunter.
It's the Manhunter.
And apparently he was the army dude from Man of Steel? I don't know.
I don't know.
And like in the original with Cyborg, they just like huge.
Hold on, we're talking about Martian
Okay,
Manhunter.
yeah, Martian
first.
Manhunter,
He also
sorry.
appears right there at the end too.
Yeah, right there at the end.
To be like, oh yeah, I've been watching you. I would like to join the Justice League as well.
He's like, hey, I want to join.
Yeah, after the world almost ended.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like, oh, well, now I am definitely glad to join you.
She's like, I have seen your work, and I have decided that I am worthy enough to join you. But
he's not as pompous, but at the same time, it just feels
super.
It feels
weird
stupid and forced.
Yeah,
like, I don't know why he was in it.
No,
they did not need to have him in there.
No.
I mean, I love the Martian Manhunter. Don't get me wrong. I like him in almost all his iterations. It's just he feels so pointless in this movie. He doesn't. I mean, I guess you can argue that he convinces Lois Lane convinces Lois Lane to sort of move on from Superman's death in a way, which is, I guess, gonna be important because she's the key if she dies. Oh yeah, also they do explain the she's the key thing. Yeah, kind of.
Oh, the epilogue.
At least they talk about it.
Yeah.
Which I know you said was a big problem. They never even mentioned it.
Yeah, because in the original cut, it's just like no mention of it. Like, what does that even mean?
Key? Who cares?
Like, who cares? And
who cares? We got jokes.
And then, like, there are, like, literally, they've added 2 new things, like, to Flash and stuff. Like, he can slow down. He can, like, slowly reverse time if he goes fast enough. I'm like, that's completely new.
That wasn't in the other one?
No, they just have it so that you'd run fast and time slows around them.
Oh.
They didn't add that the reversal of time into the thing, and that becomes an integral part to the story.
Well, they're basically doing the Flashpoint thing.
Yeah, they're setting up Flashpoint, they're setting like Apocalypse.
They're doing all of them.
They're setting up too many things.
Well, for a 4-hour miniseries, I think that one was more allowed because they have to set. Well, they don't have to,
And
but they
also,
have time to set up certain things.
yeah,
Although I feel like the Flashpoint one was unnecessary. They didn't have to do that.
yeah,
They
and
could have cut that out,
yeah,
and we
they could
wouldn't
have.
have. Yeah,
And also, there is
I
in
mean, it was cool though.
like when in the original, instead of it's Steppenwolf attacking Earth, trying to claim it for Darkseid,
Wait,
whatever.
and so we're talking about the ending of the movie at this point.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a
sorry.
final battle, and so what happens in the original?
Oh wait, okay,
After they get the 3 boxes.
okay. So after they get the 3 boxes, like Steppenwolf loses by all 3 of them. He starts to get scared, and the parademons, which they set up earlier, feed on fear, so the parademons just eat him. They just take him away
Wait,
and eat
that's
him.
how he dies.
That's how he dies.
No.
He's like, no, I don't want to lose, and then they just take him away, like in that scene in Mass Effect with all the bugs
Oh
when
my
you get
God.
someone killed.
Wait, so how is this one only a 6.8, but that one is like a low 6?
No, I'm saying that the new one's like a 6.8, while the other one's like 5.5.
You said that the other one was 6, the old one, and then this one's
No,
6.
I said more or less.
You said
5.
high 6. And then
I'd say
low
more or
6.
less 5.5.
You said it was a D.
Well, either.
D's a 6.
Okay, then fine.
Well, that's what you said. Is all.
I'm just trying to say that it's slightly better, but it's still confusing.
He dies by parademons.
He
that
dies
just
by
decide
parademons.
that he's afraid.
Yeah,
That's so stupid.
and then there's even more.
Okay, but in this new one, Great Recon, he fights against all of them again, and he's like goat talking Wonder Woman the whole time, and
Yeah.
then Superman. What does he do?
He just absolutely
But
annihilates him.
he just annihilates him.
Like in the other one, Superman basically lets everyone else help out. Being a team player. On this one, he's just like, no, I'm gonna take this
Superman
guy out.
literally like flies in front of his axe. The axe that's been like decimating everybody. And he doesn't even flinch.
No, he's just like,
he gets motion blurs from bullets, but that axe didn't even move.
Nope.
When it touched him, it just instantly stopped. And Superman was like, fuck you. And then it just blows on it and it shatters into a bunch of like frozen glass. It was hilarious.
and then he just starts wailing on it.
Yeah, they cut off his horn.
Oh yeah, by the way, he has horns.
Did he not have horns?
He had like a helmet. That's what I said. Like
I thought that was
helmet.
his horns.
It doesn't look like horns.
Oh.
It looks like a helmet.
Oh, also Aries is in this one.
Oh yeah, Aries is
They
there.
actually added him.
And
I like that part. That part I liked a lot.
he wasn't in the original.
Yeah.
It was just Zeus and Artemis.
Yeah, for some reason.
And for
Aries, the other god that you see.
And I'm sorry, I know I'm gonna sound like a nerd.
Oh, also, this is at the beginning.
Well, this
not
is like
at the end.
this is like all the stuff that they talk about. Oh, they got attacked before, and then like the original, it's like, oh, it's Steppenwolf, but he lost because Steppenwolf
in the original, but this time it's Darkseid.
And Darkseid, and he lost.
Yeah.
And Darkseid said, I'm gonna go bare chested into this.
Yeah, and he gets his ass handed to him
by the god of war.
By Aries.
Yeah.
Aries, our boy over there, just destroys Darkseid.
Just decides
obliterates him.
I'm gonna hit this motherfucker with an axe.
Yeah. No, he doesn't explode, but he does get stabbed in an axe, and he's like, you should aim for the head. He doesn't say that, but it's like it's kinda like that. And then they drag him away like on the Hobbit, that orc that lost his hand, same thing. They just drag him away, and he literally goes mad that he lost, and then he forgets that the old anti-life equation is on Earth. By the way, spoilers: the anti-life equation is on Earth.
They bring up the anti-life equation.
Well, good. They should have. If they're gonna have Darkseid, they need to talk about the anti-life equation.
But I'm just saying,
and it being on Earth makes sense.
That's just so much.
Well, no, okay. I think that one is okay because you need a motivation for why
he wants to go to Earth.
Darkseid wants to go to Earth. Thanos wanted the Tesseract, so he sent his armies to get the Tesseract.
He wanted the MacGuffins.
Yeah, that's what the freaking
the anti-life equation.
That's what it is. It's a MacGuffin,
which is just literally like an omega symbol with just some extra numbers or something.
Well, it's this giant thing in the ground that's made in like molten lava that you see in a vision. they don't actually find it, but they see it in like a vision. Steppenwolf does, and so
And he's
does
like, it's hell.
yeah, and Darkseid sees it too, but I guess the other
I
heroes
mean,
don't.
also Darkseid was cool, but he was like Thanos in the original Avengers, where he just kind of did nothing.
No, he fought the gods.
No,
Remember?
I mean like in the present day.
Oh yeah, he pops up at the end, and they see him, but he's sort of just standing there, and they're like, "Told you." And then the guy next to Darkseid's like, "Told you, Steppenwolf was a bitch." And,
He's like,
and
I told you he
he's
was gonna
like,
lose.
"Whatever, we'll do it the old way. Start the ships." And then him and his mother dearest just sitting there.
And yeah, Granny
Just,
Goodness is just sitting there like,
Granny
I'm
Goodness,
here.
yeah. Granny Goodness is just there
And
for
then-
no reason.
And
It's just a woman with, like a human woman with white hair.
yeah, and
It's
it's just so weird.
It's just so like Darkseid. I get it. He looks like an alien. Every other creature you see that's like one of the what are they called? The new
Parademon-
gods?
or
No, they're
the
called
new
the new
gods.
gods. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no, yeah. Darkseid's part of the new gods, right?
Yeah,
I
okay,
forget.
this is all about DC lore and shit. And
Yeah, but we're in the spoiler video. So, yeah.
But I'm just saying that's so much to even get into.
It's a lot. But I think with the anti-life equation, they needed it. Darkseid, they needed it, and then Steppenwolf, they needed it.
Yeah, but
But Martian Manhunter, they didn't need him.
Yeah.
The freaking what was the other thing? The Flashpoint, they didn't need that. Okay, they could have just had him go fast.
Yeah.
It's a bit much to ask for Flashpoint and the anti-life equation and the death of Superman and all that stuff.
Like all this stuff.
Yeah. All that stuff. You're just kind of like
It's just like
what?
so much to comprehend that it just makes my viewing experience less enjoyable.
Well, I guess me, because I know what happens, it didn't really make it less. It's just a lot. It's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in.
Personally,
but
I would say altogether though, this is
Sorry.
Personally, I'd say altogether that this is really good. I wouldn't say it's as good as Justice League War. I think if you guys want my recommendation is after this, check out Justice League War. And that one I think was my favorite Justice League movie so far of all of them. Because on that one, it's animated, just as a heads up. But they do everything that they need to do. They introduce all the characters that they need for the story. It's a little rushed, and like the reason why Superman in that version gets captured, he gets captured in that one, and Darkseid tries to convert him. That part of it's kind of stupid, but other than that, like the rest of the movie is just like too hilarious and too amazing not to talk about.
Yeah.
And then here's my favorite scene from Justice League War. Why I recommend it right here. Just boop. And there, boom. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know. Okay, those parademons just beat the shit out of Hal. Okay? That's all you need to know. Just see it for that. I'd watch that a million times over.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So, final thoughts. I don't know. Do you think it was better?
I think it was better, but it they added...
Was it worth it? Was it worth the wait? I'd say it kind of was. I liked it.
I don't know. I would say maybe, but I'm just like, I don't know. I guess I'm just too exhausted to
because it's 4 hours.
Yeah, it's 4 hours.
It's long.
It's 4 hours.
But being a person again that has not seen the other one, I was down. I was down for those 4 hours. I feel like it wasn't that long. I mean, I am tired, but that's just because it's late right now. But other than that, I actually enjoyed the characters. I felt like they were fleshed out enough. So yeah. I just feel like it was just Steppenwolf was more intimidating, but he still wasn't as intimidating as Darkseid. I mean, and I feel like I just wanted Darkseid at the end of the day.
I mean, it's hard to out intimidate Darkseid.
Yeah, but he had to. I don't know.
I'm just saying he did a good job.
Yeah,
but
way better than before.
Oh yeah, way better than before. And I just want to say this right now. Here's an image of old Steppenwolf.
Mm-hmm.
Here's an image of Here's an image of new one, old one. Completely different.
Completely. but better.
It's
I
it's
think
way better.
Steppenwolf has definitely improved a lot. Although I think
Yes.
Superman and Lois Lane were not. They
No,
were just sort
I
of
mean, like main thing people were complaining about is the Stefan was a bitch.
yeah. So at least they made him less of a bitch. I don't know. He still sort of goes out like a bitch.
Well, I mean, like this time he
It-
gets his ass kicked, and the other time he's getting killed by a swarm of his own parademons.
yeah, at least this one he goes out way cooler, but like still like they literally jump him at the end and what was it? Aquaman stabs him, right?
Yeah, Aquaman stabs him.
Aquaman stabs him. Superman cuts off one of his horns.
Yeah.
And then they just start beating the shit out of him. Wonder Woman just goes bah and then explodes him. And then Aquaman just goes bah and does like some type of I don't know trident thing. And then Superman just like punch from space. Whoa, and he punches
Most
him.
of those were like in the. Oh, by the way, there's gonna be blood in this.
Oh yeah, it's definitely. Is it rated R?
I don't know where it was rated. All I know is that I was surprised to see an Amazon cut in half.
Yeah, if it wasn't rated R, I think it probably deserved. If it was rated R, I think it deserved its rated R. If it was rated PG-13, oof.
I don't think
Well,
it was
okay.
rated PG-13 because I saw blood, I saw people dismembered,
Mhm,
and I
mhm.
saw skulls.
Mhm.
Like literally skulls, like
Yeah,
on flesh, and
yeah.
just like.
They do this Flashpoint thing too, where like Superman explodes and then turns into bones, and then turns into dust. Actually, everybody does, but seeing Superman, the indestructible God guy, just get
You know, the
obliterated.
man of steel.
Yeah, just get obliterated was like, huh, okay. Whew.
Like, all right.
It was cool. I gotta admit that point. It was cool to see, but I just feel like it didn't need to be there. It did not. Flashpoint did not need to happen.
Are they still making that Flash movie?
I hope. I hope. I don't know. Without everything, maybe with if this does well, we can hope. We can hope.
Definitely.
I do. I would watch that though. I would definitely watch.
If I'm
Flash.
correct, Matthew McConaughey is supposed to be Reverse Flash. He comes up and says,
no.
all right, all right, all right.
No.
Because it was me all along, Barry.
No. It was me all along. No. No. Okay, thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the review. Hopefully I can get this out in time. Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, well.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Much appreciated.
Sorry.
LimeSmiles out.
Peace.
Ha!